The number 1 and number 2 teams look like it to start the 2019 season as Mater Dei rolled past Corona Centennial 42-12, and St. Francis Academy dominated Miami Central in its own backyard and cruised to a 49-13 win. 2020 USC commit Bryce Young finished the night with 3 touchdown passes, connecting with Cody Ebbs, Kyron Ware-Hudson, and Christian Dixon. The young Monarchs defense balled out too and held Centennial scoreless for 3 quarters, and it was the first time since 2010 the Huskies didn't score at least 13 points. Miami Central rarely gets blown out, and especially at home, but St. Francis Academy was on a different level. 2020 Michigan commit Blake Corum had nearly 200 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns, and the defense showed out on all 3 levels. Circle September 14th on your calendar because that's when the Baltimore Power travels to SoCal to face Mater Dei in the Trinity League vs. the USA Showcase. Number 3 St. John Bosco cruised to a 35-7 dub over DeMatha to open its season. 5-star quarterback DJ Uiagalelei threw for over 300 yards and 2 scores, connecting with Bo Collins and 2020 Oregon commit Chris Hudson. The defense dominated too. Recent transfer Ma'anao Teote was flying around making plays, and 2020 Ohio State commit Court Williams along with John Vaughn showed why they are 2 of the most instinctive defensive players in the country. Other teams in the top 10 that played over the weekend were number 5 St. John's, who cruised to a dominant 48-0 shutout win against Miami Southridge. 5-star corner Elias Ricks and IMG Academy scored 46 unanswered points against Venice and won by 39 points. St. Thomas Aquinas moved up 1 spot this week to number 9 after beating De La Salle 24-14 on the road to open up the season, and number 10 St. Louis won its 30th consecutive game, beating Campbell 48-27. And up next for the Crusaders is number 15 Bishop Gorman, who rolled past Orem in its season opener 40-7. A couple of movers in this week's top 25 include Lakeland, who went from 16-11 after a season-opening 45-0 shutout win. They're loaded once again this season and will have a chance to repeat as the 7A state champs. Marietta went from 24-17 after rolling past Rome 48-14 in the Corky Kell Classic. It was the first loss for Rome at Barron Stadium since 2015, and 5-star Eric Gilbert put on a show with over 200 yards receiving and a couple of scores. Up next for Marietta is number 8 St. Joseph's Prep on ESPNU this Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Corona Centennial, De La Salle, and Miami Central all dropped this week, but stayed in the top 25 because the losses came against 3 of the best teams in the country, and the only new team in this week is the back-to-back 6A Florida State champs Northwestern. They shut out Cardinal Gibbons 32-0 to open the 2019 season and showed why they might have the best defense in the state. Up next for Max Edwards and the Bulls is number 16 Carroll City on Saturday night. And before we end the show, let's check out the next 5 real quick. Narbonne checks in at number 26. Jake Garcia threw for 3 scores in Bond's 32-7 win over Buchanan to open the season. John Curtis Christian is up next at 27, followed by Saguaro, Lake Travis, and Hoover at 28, 29, and 30 respectively.